need and bright blessings, everybody. Lady Leeanna here with another edition of Wicca for today. And today, as you can see, I'm in a completely different environment than what you're accustomed to. Okay, this, as a matter of fact, is one of my two Japanese folding dividers that you usually see behind me in the other set, the set that I usually use. And today, I felt more relaxed, so I thought I would do the shooting from what would be the equivalent of my living room in the daytime and the equivalent of my bedroom at night. Why I say the equivalent of is because I actually live and work all right here in this little place that I'm in. And that's doing tarot card readings and witchy works for my clients, you know, in the daytime and living here at night. And I'm very comfortable here. Don't know that I intend to actually move anywhere else in the near future, as I'm quite content. I roll right out of bed, make it up, put a sign on the door that says open, block the door open, and I'm ready to conduct my business through the course of the day, you know. But, you know, here's another little shot of my house, I guess, and maybe one day I'll take you on a little tour. It's not big, okay, at all. It's actually my shop, and right on the highway. But, you know, I happen to live here too, and it's very convenient that way. Anyway, we are on spring now. We are coming up on spring. Right now, it is, let's see, the first third of February. I guess February the 11th. Yeah. Anyway, and I am scratching the ground up, getting my spring garden together. Do you grow a garden? Are you a gardening witch? I mean, you know, usually being in tune with the earth is what we do. I thought that would be a good topic for today, because usually I'm afraid to get my hands dirty, or I was in the past. But the past few years, I've gardened about every year, and actually every year completely. And I've put in 33 different trees in the ground, and let's see, this year I'm taking it very mild, and I'm doing about a 4 by 12 above the ground gardening bed, and that's about it. You know, that's about usually all the vegetables my house uses, you know, so I don't need a lot there, and it's mainly for the salad stuff. But, you know, that's about all I'm going to do this year, and then tend to my trees that I've had in the ground a few years now, and I'm really happy with them. It's all fruit trees, all of it, except for, well, you know, my hazelnuts, which I guess again are fruits, but I kind of classify them as different. And as a matter of fact, I have over half of my trees are hazelnut trees, and I've planted them along the front line of my land to get some privacy away from the freeway. They're little yet, you know, but I have big plans for them in the future. They get about 10 foot high, and they're Corylus americana, and so I hope to get a good hedge out of it. I'm tired of truck drivers going by and bonking their horns, and even clients, you know, that are being very sweet and trying to show their support or honking as they go by, and it can be very distracting when I'm just trying to work in my yard in peace, and so, you know, I'm trying to do a little bit, you know, something there about that. Anyway, so gardening is what I've been doing lately, as well as making videos for this channel and my other two channels. I don't know if you know about the other two channels or not. One is about how to read the tarot cards, what the cards mean, how to do the spreads and all of that. And another one is on my lessonry within Japanese language. I'm studying Japanese on my own, not through school, but through videos, and there are a lot of good videos out there on that. You know, if you're interested, drop it in the discussion below, and I'll give you some links to some good people that are making the videos that you could go to and all of that. Anyway, yeah, to this year, okay, what I've done is in my garden bed, I've planted some greens, some spinach, collard green spinach, lettuce, green onions, and I'm going to do some cucumbers and tomatoes. And that's it this year. I'm going to keep it pretty, sweet and small. I just want to be able to go out there with 3 buckets of water, pour it, and get it done and out of the way, and then I'm good with that, It's been getting rather hot in the summers, and I'm just really not looking forward to that. I did notice that last year when I planted lettuce and my greens, that they not only rode through the summer, but they rode through the winter too. As a matter of fact, there were a few plants that stayed all the way through the year, and that was with, after I decided to quit giving them any attention and quit watering them and all of that. The nature took care of it. Isn't nature beautiful? But, even if you're not into full-out gardening, people, it is really good to be in touch with your heritage and who you are as a witch. You don't have to do a full-out garden. If you're living in an apartment complex and you have a balcony or a surround yard, like with a privacy fence or whatever, or a door stoop that faces sun and all of that, you could plant things in a flower pot or a 5-gallon bucket. I made a particularly cute, round, 3 foot across spice bed and herb bed, and basically I planted sweet basil, sage, rosemary, and things of that nature in it, and it was gorgeous, and actually, that lasted me really good. It took a little care of these herbs, a little water, and you're pretty good. They generally keep the varmints away from themselves. Your very spicy smelling herbs, there ain't a lot of things that wants them, there ain't a lot of things that get on them. But I love my basil, I love my sage and rosemary, and my mints. I have mints growing all over my yard now because I planted them in the flower beds one year. And it's chocolate mint, orange mint, sweet mint, and lemon balm. And they've kind of taken over all around the porch out there, and I'm grateful for that because, I don't have to worry about giving it no care, and I get really lazy. The garden beds usually get taken over with weeds within a couple of months of growth, because I'm so busy with work and everything. I just don't find that I have time a lot. But above the ground beds are really good and really easy, especially if you're doing them on a patio. You could take a metal wash tub that you can get at Potet's, Lowe's, Home Depot, or I think Walmart even, or a plastic tote or something, and mind you, it's only going to last about a year, the plastic tote and whatnot, about a year only, and then it's going to start breaking up, like the sun beating down on it and all of the elements. But, while it's there, and why not start over, but while it's there, just fill it with all kinds of vegetables. I know a lot of people say you need to plant this and that, this far apart, that far apart. I usually crowd mine. I just make sure that I keep a lot of food on it, and it does pretty well for me. Anyway, so think about gardening. This is the time to do it, Get your hands in the dirt. Get rid of all of that negative energy. Get rid of, all that energy that you've got all together and that you need to use up. Give it to the earth. Give it to something that is going to give back to you in the long run. Don't use any pesticides and stuff on that. On my spice beds, I didn't use any pesticides. Whenever it comes to my vegetable beds, I try to use only, you know, all natural stuff. And you can make some good stuff on your own with orange oil, dish soap, things that insects don't particularly like too well. And, you know, don't overdo it because you don't want to burn up your plants. But watch some videos on homemade all natural pesticides, and you'll be able to find those, I mean, pretty easily. You know, I love YouTube. I live on there. It's my home away from home, or my home in the net world. Okay. Anyway, this has been this edition of Wicca for today. Just thought I would throw this out there since it is now planting season, and try to get a jump on it so that you might have something to watch from me, you know, on the fly. Okay? Take care of yourself. Bright blessings and merry part.